In this video for section 8.3, we're going to talk about finding a confidence interval for a proportion. It's very similar to finding a confidence interval for a mean. Just like with the mean, instead of having a single best guess, we might want to have an interval about the sample proportion. And we would normally do this in situations where we are looking at the proportion of the population that has a certain characteristic. So let's look at example 8.6. The Royal Haciendas Resort in Playa del Carmen, Mexico is trying a new promotion where a customer gets a voucher for 2 free nights on their next stay of 5 or more nights at the resort. From a simple random sample of 100 customers, 62 returned the voucher. Find a 95% confidence interval for the true population proportion. So we need our number in our sample here, that's 100, and we need to know the number out of that returned the voucher, and that's 62. We also need to know our confidence interval percentage, which is 95% confident. So let's go to Minitab. We're going to go to Stat, Basic Statistics again, and we see below one sample Z and one sample T, an option for one proportion. That's what we're going to use for these proportion problems. We don't need to make a choice like we do with means between T and Z, so that's nice. Select Summarize Data. And now we're going to enter the number of events and the number of trials. The number of trials is always the total number or the larger number. So in my case here, it would be the 100, and then 62 of those 100 return the voucher. So that would be my number of events. If you get these backwards, Minitab will help you figure out that you're supposed to switch them. Then I click on Options. Again, I'm going to want to enter my confidence level. For this problem, it was 95%, so I can leave that. One thing that you need to do with proportion problems is you need to change the method from exact to normal approximation. And you're going to need to do this every time, and the reason for this is because the way that MyLab works, the answers for normal approximation are going to be the answers that MyLab is looking for. It's just a very slight difference in the numbers that you get, but it could be enough for you to get an incorrect answer in MyLab when you're actually doing the problem correctly, just because it's off just a little bit. I know exact sounds like a more exact answer and what you want, but in terms of MyLab, again, you're going to want that normal approximation. So here is my result in Minitab. I have my interval here. They give you lots of digits after the decimal point that you're probably going to need to round these numbers. So if I wanted to round to 3 decimal places, I would have 0.525 to 0.715. And again, we write our confidence interval with the smaller number first. And so what this means is that I am 95% confident that for the population of all customers that are visiting the resort and getting the voucher, 95% confident that for the population, the true proportion of people who will return the voucher is somewhere between 52.5% and 71.5%.